So, the smallest of the Lord of the Rings sets, if you're not counting the Balrog Book Nook, is an adventure back to where most of the Lord of the Rings adventure starts in Hobbiton. Now, taking a look at this set, I think a lot of people were excited about it because it was promised as a smaller Lord of the Rings set. And I think with Rivendell and Barad-dûr, two massive sets, but two beautiful and awesome sets as well, people were excited for not having to pay that much. Unfortunately, with the set, the price didn't quite match the expectations there. Now, this isn't a bad set by any means. I feel that this one does fit and is a necessary requirement for the theme itself. But it does lack sort of the polish and grand spectacle of those big sets. So where the bigger builds were a lot more cohesive and I felt like they're just one solid structure, this one does come with a few side builds that are really hit or miss, and I think those would have actually been the better ones to give as the gift for purchase with this set. Now, nonetheless, the set, it really is nice, and you do get some really cool minifigures as well, where a lot of them are repeats, but they come in different clothing. So, this one is set 10354, comes with 2,017 pieces, and retails for 5,499 Rand in South Africa, and $269.99 and €260.99. But I think enough about me rambling on about this one. Let's quickly get it built, and then we can take a deeper dive into the world of the hobbits. And here is our main build Baggins. Now it does split into three pieces while you are building it, but I think it was really nice in the way that they've sculpted this with all the different kind of slope pieces and roundings coming around to give it that sort of classic Hobbit house feel. And this just looks beautiful. This is definitely the best part of the set. And then they also had some really cool techniques here, especially this fence at the front is one of my favorite. Uses some of those boomerang pieces and then just connected. So you sort of put them at an angle and then slightly twist them into place. Then you've also got some really cool printed pieces here. So those on the macaroni bits. And then the ones at the door as well. And then the door itself can open in to allow you passage into Bag End. Now the front garden does have some pumpkins growing in it, and it also uses that new rose piece with one of the old flower pieces on top to create sort of like a lettuce. Then you've got very beautiful sunflowers on the side, and all sorts of detailing for the grass growing around. Very cool with that Wolverine claw recolored in green. And he's also got a little bird feeder and postbox. Then towards the top, you've just got a tree growing out with a bird there. And then it seems like Bilbo likes to hang his washing on top of the roof. On the back end, it is an open plan, like the other sets as well, just to give you a detailed interior. And as you can see, it tried to recreate some of the more important pieces and bits from Bag End. So for the left-hand side, you've got Bilbo's study, where he is writing the book. There and back again, A Hobbit's Tale, which obviously your Hobbit movies are based on. It's got a nice little fireplace there, as well as a stoker and more of those printed tile pieces. Then for the middle, you've got an entranceway with bullwhips being used as sort of cool decorations on the back of the door. You've got a treasure chest for Bilbo, and that contains his mithril armor, as well as some of the gold that he received for his Hobbit journey. And then on the other side, you've got a very cool coat rack. And the tiles on the floor here are also printed pieces. Always great to get. Then just for some cool parts usage, they also recolored the pens into fully white, and that allows it to look like candles dripping down. Then for the last section, you've got the dining room and fireplace area. Now the two paintings above the fireplace, the cool Easter egg there is that is actually the director Peter Jackson and his wife as all family members of the Baggins. Then you've got a map there of the Lonely Mountain on the table, and in the far back is an unprinted Friends Hedgehog piece, which looks like a pine cone. Really cool. And then with the fireplace, you've got this neat little play feature where Gandalf throws the letter into the fire, and then if you flip this one, it reveals the One Ring. So the sideboards here are to celebrate Bilbo's 111th birthday party, and this actually is a cloth piece which is printed, which is really awesome to get as well. I don't think you could have done that in a sticker or as a printed tile per se. Then you've also got some barrels here, which is part of the cool party trick here. Now when you place Bilbo on there, he obviously wants to get out, and his plan of escape is using the One Ring. But because we unfortunately can't do actual invisibility magic, you flip the switch at the back, and he's gone. So just revealing the party trick here, it's just this mechanism which has a few gears at the bottom, which helps turn the barrels around so that Bilbo can disappear. So the tree itself here is nothing really to write home about. That's sort of just more to create like a backdrop decoration. At the very top, you've got Gandalf's Fire Drake firework. And that is part of the second play feature here. So you've just got the stand with the unfired firework, and with a little bit of movie magic, your firework is shot off and exploded. And one of the other builds is this tent piece. It's got a lovely printed cloth piece, and at the bottom it's got Technic framework, but nothing really much else to say about it. Then we've also got a birthday cake for Bilbo, and it seems to be some sort of fruit cake. Then our last side build here is Gandalf's horse and cart. Now this was a set originally way back when the series first came out, and then they've just recreated it to come along with this set with all of the fireworks gathered in the back. Funny thing with my set is that these top pieces that I got, the ones at the front are actually, I feel like the mold didn't fully print out the color, so now it is a little bit lighter than the ones at the back. So first up for our minifigures, we've got the two Proudfoots, Mr. and Mrs. Proudfoot. They've got really cool printed torso pieces there, as well as Rosie, which is Sam's wife at the end of the movie. And the cool thing here with Mrs. Proudfoot is that piece is a new one crafted especially for this set. Turning the figures around, they all come with dual-sided face printing, and that lovely print continues on the back of their torsos as well. Continuing on with our hobbits, we've got Pippin, Merry, and Bilbo Baggins, and they also come with these really awesome printed torsos. Do like the detailing that they've put into them, and I feel like the print quality is top-notch with these minifigures. Now, turning them around, they all also come with dual-sided face printing, and Bilbo does not have his scary face for this one yet, but the cool one with Merry and Pippin is that you get this extra hairpiece that you can put on to look like their hair, unfortunately, had a little bit of an accident there with the firework that they shot off. And the last, our band of heroes, part of the fellowship, we've got the best friend you can ever ask for, Sam. You've got Frodo and Gandalf. The Gandalf is the same one we've been getting across the sets, but I do like the printing for Frodo's torso. That one is a new one, and that face piece as well. I think that also calls back to the meme where him and Gandalf are laughing. So only Sam and Frodo comes with dual-sided face printing here. Gandalf unfortunately can't have with his hat piece, but he does come with a extra hairpiece. And then the set also comes with these extra parts and pieces so that you can recreate them sitting on top of the cart, which is really cool to get, especially for your robed and short leg minifigures. And then these are the parts that are included as well for Bilbo Baggins so that you can have him sitting in his study. So overall, the final product still is really nice, and I think they beautifully captured Baggins, like the sloping details and the cool parts usage and things that they use for it is really nice. And I think inside with your Easter eggs and things, you're really getting still a Lord of the Rings experience, which is nice. It's a little bit of a shame just that the side builds are not as great as the main build. And maybe perhaps if these parts were used to sort of still finish off a little bit more of Baggin, I think this set would be 10 out of 10, same as the others. I mean, if you're still looking for the best Lord of the Rings experience, Rivendell is that one. But overall, it's not bad. And even with the side builds, I think their play features and stuff are really fun. And it's cool where you can swap around the characters to create some of the scenes. But these maybe feel like smaller Lord of the Rings sets. If we can get those again, that would actually be really nice. But yeah, this set still fits in with the collection. And I think if LEGO can continue making these nice, beautiful, big sets for us fans and just capturing that magical moments from Lord of the Rings, I think we're going to be happy and enjoy these sets for years to come. But that's just my thoughts on it. Comment below if you think this one is worthy of the Lord of the Rings lineup, and like and subscribe if you're enjoying the reviews. And then we'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.